Now, society expected men to endlessly pursue women until they found a life partner. If they did not, they were thought to offend biology or God and be perverse and sick, perhaps dangerous. The problem is some men cannot find a woman no matter what and are coerced into wasting their lives chasing women and suffering endless rejection. Other men can attract women, but only abusive ones. After such men are accepted as a dating interest, them paying for everything still doesn't satisfy women who complain about unequal wages. The women completely control those dating relationships, often dumping the man without warning. If such men get married, their wife spends their money, controls what home interiors look like, controls what he eats, dictates where he goes, and decides if and when he has sex. The wife may threaten to divorce him if he doesn't comply with all her demands. If divorced without a prenuptial agreement, a man may lose his property and be forced to make alimony payments for life. The ex-wife may also force him to pay child support while she takes away his children and teaches them that their father is no good. Therefore, some men who pursue women commit a mortal sin against sanity. The natural, as mice love cheese, becomes an unnatural weapon of destruction, cheese hooked to mouse traps. In response, a MGTOW identity has arisen, MGTOW. MGTOW is an acronym for Men Going Their Own Way. Many of them have called themselves a movement or an online community. This is a good alternative identity for TFLers, True Force Loneliness, and incels, involuntary celibates. MGTOWs avoid the dating scene. Many avoid any association with women and often ignore their attractiveness. This is also known as taking the red pill. Men who are involved with a woman or who pursue a relationship are taking the blue pill. This comes from the movie The Matrix, wherein a character can choose either a red pill that will wake him up from being entrapped in his illusory dream state and allow him to enter reality, or a blue pill which will keep him oblivious. Furthermore, MGTOWs explain that the system is biased against men. Typically, MGTOWs would desire to be happily married, but understand that it is nearly unattainable because the system is completely broken. Although I'm not part of this group, I've been encouraged, inspired, and have found fulfillment in watching MGTOW videos. I'm very glad that men are now waking up. However, I am at odds with most MGTOWs. Here's why. Generally, MGTOWs do not actually want you to go their own way. They want you to go their way. For example, MGTOWs have told me that people with my ideology, along with my symbols and that, which they know nothing about, must not be associated with MGTOW and that it's offensive. Actually, what is offensive is the common MGTOW idea that men should use women for sex, then dump them. That is offensive. Although the MGTOW clique claims that all men who reject feminism are welcome as part of their community, that is not true. Besides rejecting white nationalists, some claim that MGTOW is incompatible with Christianity. Some say that men who identify as incel are not welcome. Others say that traditionalists and conservatives are not welcome. Some make homosexual men feel unwelcome. Yet without having gay men on board, their goal of defeating feminism will never be realized, since without MGTOW, gays are the biggest supporters of feminism. Another counterproductive idea of MGTOWs is their advocacy of seeing prostitutes, which empowers such women while the men lose their hard-earned money. Another problem is that most men who identify as MGTOW ignore religion, race, culture, politics, economics, and other vital issues. They claim to focus on self-ownership, which simply means to withdraw from women, their theory being that if enough men follow suit, the system will completely collapse and will have to reset in men's favor. The problem is plenty of men are willing to be involved with women even if they are being treated very unfairly. So we must be proactive to change society. Specifically, no-fault divorce must end, men's parental rights must be supported, no bias in favor of women, and unsubstantiated charges of abuse, and alimony and child support for women who abandon their husbands, and the definition of spousal rape, reinstate women given in marriage by their parents, and ultimately demolish feminism completely, including First Wave. Although I'm a men's rights advocate, I'm not an MRA, as that's another clique I have serious problems with. Another way I differ from the typical MGTOW is that it's important to me to avoid almost everyone, not just single women. That's because the way society treats me is absolutely unacceptable. Why? The entire world is brainwashed into thinking that being very different equals being a bad person and or has no patience to try and understand others' differences. Many men must go their own way for now. Otherwise, we end up with codependency, seeking fulfillment, personal identity, or approval from others at the expense of our personal well-being. Also, the red pill is not a trap. You can temporarily adopt a red pill lifestyle to conserve your time, financial resources, and mental and emotional faculties when a relationship is impossible, and switch over if opportunities arise. Moreover, you can have absolutely nothing to do with women, yet be a wonderful person. You can do everything in your power to find a woman and be wonderful too. And you can fluctuate between those two approaches. Besides, Jesus Christ, whom we should emulate, was the ultimate man going his own way. Yet he also encouraged marriage for those to whom it was beneficial. So I encourage men to go their own way for whom it is appropriate, and encourage all men to support men's rights, yet do so without being entrapped in MGTOW or MRA cliques. Hopefully the demographics of such men will change drastically. Take care.